Assalamu alaikum. How's everyone doing today?
So
Walaikum assalam. We're
wonderful.
good. How are you, Mark?
Um,
How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, I'm well. Doing some house projects today, but I'm more than happy to take a break to fill my head with something to help me out.
That's great, alhamdulillah. All right, so I think we're just going to get started, inshallah. And assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome to Proven Digital Fundraising Strategies. I just wanted to welcome everyone and for taking this time out on a Saturday morning, which looks, at least here in Canada or Toronto, to be a lovely sunny day. So we'll just get started with a little bit of a dua and a sound vision background, and then we'll just dive right into the training. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. May Allah make this really beneficial for everybody here. And just wanted to let you all know, those of you who do not know Sound Vision is a Chicago-based organization, and it is over 30 years old. We have recently launched the Muslim Network Television, and we have been working on the Justice for All causes with different campaigns for relief for the Uyghurs and the Rohingyas. We also have an educational sector for young kids called Adam's World and Colors of Islam, and we also do the trainings now. So Sound Vision is, mashallah, growing, and we really, really want to bring these trainings for our Muslim community so that we can also have the expert trainings and advice that other communities have had for generations. And inshallah, we want to strengthen our own community. So please do share them whenever you see them in our newsletter. Do sign up for our newsletter. In Canada, we are registered as Sound Vision Canada, and inshallah, I'm going to just hand it over to Brother Mahmoud Qasim, who is currently the CEO of IDRF, which is the International Development and Relief Foundation, and he has helped double their revenue in 1 year, mashallah. Previously, he was the head of fund development for Islamic Relief Canada. During his time there, the revenue grew from $17 million to over $50 million. He is a seasoned fundraising specialist with a strong understanding of online marketing and fundraising. So over to you, mashallah, and I'm sure you're going to do wonders today.
Thank you so much. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa ahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. First and foremost, can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, wonderful. All right, I'm going to start off first. I think it's important for all of you to understand the structure, what we're going to do, how we're going to conduct this training. I'm going to be looking at this screen, but I also have a second screen here, so you might see me looking away from the camera once in a while, but I'm trying to make sure I have all my content and things that I want to share with all of you on the landscape that I need, and I couldn't do justice with it on one screen. So I have a few screens set up here just so I can be multitasking and making sure I have everything prepared. To start off, just to give you guys all everybody here an introduction, I plan on conducting this with a lot of engagement. So I would really hope that everybody here can participate, engage, and really feel open. So ask as many questions as you like, and I will try my best to cover it in the time that we have. And a thing that I always share with everybody is, regardless of this training maybe finishing, it's only 3 hours or so, I will give my contact information at the end. You are always welcome to reach out, and any assistance and support that I can provide, I'd be more than happy to do so. So the structure that I have put together, I really try to focus on areas that I have seen working successfully for organizations. I have provided support to multiple organizations, even during my time here at IDRF and previously with Islamic Relief, and even prior to that with Mercy Mission, traveling around the world and helping our different offices in over 14 countries to set up their teams and their structures and also help with their fundraising goals. So I have some experience from different angles and perspectives, and picked up some insights from different seasoned experts across the world. So I'll try and share what I can. I'm not going to say I'm a subject matter expert in all categories. I will try and do my best in answering as many questions as I can. But one thing I definitely can do is areas where I have access to resources that are seasoned and really well qualified, and you need further assistance in connecting with the right people. I will make sure to connect you all to the right resources. I strongly believe that helping each other is only going to help us. So, inshallah, the goal is that we want to uplift the organizations that are working hard around the world, especially here in North America as well. And inshallah, we can make sure we support each other. So we'll go through some introductions, and I will bring up the slide, and hopefully everybody can at that point turn their cameras on. We can see each other and get to know each other a little bit before getting into the meat of it all. I also want to understand your organization. So Sister Nargis did a great job throughout sharing with me the names of the organizations that are signing up and coming. And I tried my best to take a look at as many of the websites and the content that you had. I did use some examples from the ones that I received earlier on to try and share some of the things that I saw that were, in my view, great, and some of the things that can be improved. But throughout the training, I tried to use neutral examples so that you can take some lessons from different organizations and what others are doing to try and improve their working styles. And we'll get into, digital fundraising. In this world of COVID, we've all had to become digital fundraisers, regardless of being a community development fundraiser or a fundraiser who gets up on stage and is asking for funds. Everybody has had to pivot and figure out ways to engage the community from behind a screen. And inshallah, we'll try our best to cover as much as we can. And I'll get into the different fundraising channels and ways that we can improve on them. Also, looking at some data that will help us to make some of these decisions. And hopefully, that will give us finally get into some of the final thoughts and wrapping up. So, I would like to ask on personal introductions. If let me get my Zoom screen back up here. Here we go. Okay, so if I could ask everybody, if possible, to share with me. Let me see if I can go like this. I can't see my video here. Where are you guys? Oh, that's not it. Why can I not see anybody? Is anybody there?
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah, we are.
When you
Yes.
go on view on the top, there's an option to view gallery.
Okay, there we go. All right, so if I can ask anybody here, they can start off. Tell me your name, what organization you represent, one interesting fact about yourself, and something, I know this is a little strange, but what's the most useless talent you have?
I'll go ahead and start. My name is Mark. I represent Sound Vision and Muslim Network TV as their fund development manager. My primary tasks right now are working to find fundraising to help us both with our network, but primarily with our social justice wing, Justice for All. My most useless talent is probably my ability to make silly faces for my daughter. I don't know that it's going to help me anywhere other than with her, but it's kind of a silly thing.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Mark.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right. Walaikum assalam.
My name is Humayun Kabir. I work for Helping Hand for Relief and Development. I've been with them for about 9 years now. Current title, current responsibility is I'm responsible for their planned giving program. Useless talent. I have a bunch of them, but one is I'm a very sarcastic person, and sometimes I can fool people what I'm saying, and I think so that sometimes it hurts me. So it's useful. It's useless actually. It doesn't help me.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
It might come in handy sometimes.
Yes. Jazakallah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And I'm glad to be here learning more.
Inshallah.
I can go next. I'm Firdaus Ali, and I'm with the Canadian Council of Muslim Women, also known as CCMW. I think one interesting fact about myself is that I'm soon going to be a grandmother in July. And the most useless talent I would say I have is I suck at diplomacy. So I kind of say it as it is. I shoot like a straight arrow. Sometimes that can be problematic. So happy to be here.
I don't know if that's that useless. Sometimes it comes in very handy. So, but hopefully we won't experience too much of that today, but we'll see, inshallah. Wonderful. All right, next. How many do we have here? So that's 3 so far.
10 more to go.
Oh, okay.
You should call out names.
Let's do that. If you can help me pick out the next name, that'd be great.
Okay, Sawi Ali. Is there a Sabi Ali, are you there? Okay, we can move on to Ihsan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ihsan Ansari, and I'm pretty sure Mahmoud knows me very well.
Yes, Ihsan, mashallah.
No, we don't.
Yes, that's true. I'm from the Furqan Project Canada, and alhamdulillah, we distribute Quran to non-Muslims. I'm the regional manager for Canada. So we have 2 organizations. One is in the US, and then the Canadian department I'm responsible for. And alhamdulillah, something interesting about myself, I would say that alhamdulillah, I graduated from the University of Medina in 2016. So that was an honor for me to be there. And something useless, I would say a useless talent would be being a horse for my son. During the when I come back from work, I help play with him, and I'm that horse for him that goes around and plays with him during that time. Alhamdulillah. So that's something that
I'm sure he thinks that's a very useful talent.
Yes, that's true. So I'm glad to be on Jazakallah.
MashaAllah.
Great. All right, Naomi Balwala. I don't know if you're speaking, we can't hear you. Okay, we can come back to you. Say,
Can you guys hear me now?
oh, there we go. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So, my name is Naomi Palwala. I'm driving at the moment. I do apologize, but I'm the director of outreach for ICNA Relief Massachusetts. Brother Humayun knows me very well. We've go way back. So yeah, I handle all the outreach for that one office. We have about 26 offices nationwide, and we have ICNA Relief Canada as well. One useless fact. It could be useless because I don't play anymore, but I am ridiculously good at ping pong. No one knows that seeing me, but I'm really good.
That's great. Thank you. Somebody from the Black Canadian Muslims. We have, I don't have a name there. Yes, go ahead.
Can you see me?
Yes, right.
Okay. I'm so glad that I'm not the only one driving. Unfortunately, yes, I'm actually driving right now. My name is Bilkis Quick, and I am representing the Black Canadian Muslims. We are a new organization. We actually are about to be 1 year old. So it was founded last year, and alhamdulillah, we have actually been able to do a lot of activities and programs even over Zoom. So alhamdulillah, yeah. So this is why this is like a perfect workshop for us at this time. And my useless talent is, I actually can massage cats to sleep. So I don't know if that's it's useful for
that
the
could
cats.
Be a new business opportunity.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Thank you. Zehun, or I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. I think you're muted.
Yeah, my name is Zagam Rasool, and I was working for pharmaceutical marketing, and these days I am affiliated with one of upcoming project from Canadian Supreme Council. We are having a beautiful project in Ajax, close to Toronto. And we are trying to raise funds for that. And these days I'm enjoying Corona at home.
Stay safe.
Smile Canada.
Sorry?
Somebody from Smile Canada. I was just passing on to the next person. I think you're muted. We can't hear you.
That's happened to me so many times. Salam, my name is Yaz Zahoor. I'm the fundraising manager for Smile Canada. And something interesting about me, I used to play in the NBA. No, I'm kidding. I'm a huge basketball fan. I love sports. I'm just waiting for the weather to get better so we can get out there and start playing. Something useless talent about me, I guess, would be I'm an entertainer for my fish. Fishes, so I entertain my fish. My fishes.
All right.
Okay, sir. You're okay, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
My name is Kaiser Hussain. Sorry, I'm trying to do the video. Sorry here. Maybe you can see me. Sorry in the other screen. So my name is Kaiser Hussain. Brother Mahmoud Qasim knows me back from Al Qasim Mercy Mission days. So professionally, I'm a project manager and a consultant in the healthcare and home care sector. And I founded the Happy Strong Family as a nonprofit organization a few years ago. And we provide parenting courses and marriage workshops and children programs. So that's pretty much it. And I love to spend time with my family, kids, and yeah, that's about it. And my useless talents, basically, I did some accounting course certifications, and also I think some real estate, but it seems that it's not being utilized the way I planned. But alhamdulillah, going on. Jazakallah khair.
Great. Thank you. I think Sabi Ali, if you're there, we can go with you last. Okay, so over back to you, Brother Mahmoud.
All right, thank you so much. No, that's wonderful. I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. My name is Mahmoud Qasim. Right now, the organization that I represent is IDRF. One interesting fact about myself, I am a huge basketball fan as well. I love basketball, specifically the Toronto Raptors. Die hard, doesn't matter, win or lose, that's my team. And one useless talent I have is I like spinning pillows. So, I just put a pillow in my hand. I could be working on something and I'll just keep spinning it. So it's just a weird thing. While I'm focused on something else, I'm just spinning a pillow. So hopefully today I don't do that while we're having this training. But if I do, just remind me that I'm spinning a pillow and I'll stop. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. And those we missed or those who are joining late, we will hopefully get some opportunity to talk afterwards. Now, I know with Zoom, it's a little bit tough because we're going back and forth. And for some of you, you've already covered these, but that's great. But it's open now. You don't all have to speak. But specifically on the areas of, are you directly responsible for fundraising in the organization, or are you one of the individuals there that is supporting one of the departments, be it the community side, or as I heard some of the people here are on planned giving and others are leading their non-for-profits. And have you made any changes or adjustments based on the pandemic to your fundraising campaigns? And also, what challenges have you faced during the COVID-19 pandemic with your fundraising? I'd like to get a pulse of where we are, what sort of challenges you are facing, and if you've made any adjustments. So if anybody wants to share their thoughts, that would be wonderful.
Regarding Sound Vision and Muslim Network Television, I've been on the job for just a little over a month. So I'm not going to be able to speak in great detail about what the the history is of the organization and what the challenges were specifically during COVID. What I can say is that, like many of you, my job is to find ways to engage donors and prospects and casual donors to get them to help us support our mission, bringing them in as a solution to a need, a solution to a problem, and helping them understand how their activity and their work will ensure good results carried out by our organization, inshallah. With regards to the challenges that were had during COVID, from what I have been told, our organization was at one point was very reliant on in-person events, gatherings as fundraising. They were able to pivot last year with some level of success, not the success they'd enjoyed previously, but with some level of success, moving into direct appeals online events like webathons and video messaging for direct appeals, which alhamdulillah helped the boat stay afloat for a little bit longer. And in terms of adjusting targets, some of that work has already been done, and I'm catching up to it. But I would not be the best person to speak to that for our organization at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of organizations have had to obviously figure out ways and pivot from anything on the ground. So there are some things that we'll share today, hopefully, that can cover some of those areas. And welcome to the team there. I think it's going to be great. I know some of the people here in Sound Vision in Canada side. So we'll definitely connect as well in the future too on different projects. Anybody else want to share some of their thoughts on?
Assalamu alaikum. I would share from Helping Hand side is we were also a very event-based fundraising, because prior to my current roles as of last year, I was directly involved with active fundraising, responsible for the region, responsible for the zone. So 2020 was a shock, like for everybody else. January, February, we were planning for a very robust year, and March we were shut down. And overnight we had to turn to online. And we have been always a strong base on online, 70, 30%, 70% online, 30% actual. But alhamdulillah, with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and our support channel, we were able to pull the year very strong. One of the better years I have seen in 9 years, I would say. And the biggest challenge we had is how to bring donors to our online events. We did a lot of online events. We did webathons, telethons, webinars, regional zone events, but it was a challenge to bring the audience to it, because we were always in the process of shaking hands, giving hugs, meeting one another, going visiting, lunch meetings, meeting on tea and things like that. So very one-to-one. But that was our challenge, and we are still learning. This is another year, another trial, another test for all of us. That it's a trial year. We are calling it a hybrid fundraising. Last year was all online fundraising. This year we are calling it. We are hoping we'll be able to do hybrid, some of the both. So I would love to hear your expertise and how we can do better going forward, because this is a new norm. Some of us don't want to accept it, but I have a very strong feeling what I'm hearing and whatnot from the medical field and professional field, that this is a new norm. Remote working, hybrid things, online things. So
definitely. No, I think you guys have a bit of an advantage down south where you could do hybrid, but some of the organizations in Canada are probably still for a little while going to stick to just online because of our restrictions, and obviously our vaccine rollout is much slower than many of the other countries. So, but inshallah, I think we'll try our best to cover. It's great to hear that you've had one of the stronger years in the past 9 years that you've seen. That's wonderful, mashallah. You guys must be doing something great. And I know for many organizations we've heard in the past, and I've been talking to, that they've pivoted and figured out ways to make things work. And hopefully, I'll share some of those strategies with all of you. Anybody else want to jump in? We'll take one more.
Yeah, I can go. Shoma. So I started with the relief right at the height of COVID. Like literally, I got the job offer, and then the next month everything shut down. So when we were doing fundraisers and webinars and just event based, I realized that everyone is going to be looking to social media for certain things. So we have, alhamdulillah, we were able to pivot our programs to more hunger prevention and financial assistance. So we just started like blasting everyone with pictures and testimonials of what we do, and really took over our fundraising efforts. And like Brother Humayun said, we finished strong. But a lot of people are looking to social media for their news. So we just flooded their social media with all the effort that we do, and that kind of worked out for us. But now we got to go back to it. But I think the best thing to do is let your work speak for yourself, and that really helped us a lot in the last year.
Wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. That's great. Okay, so I am going to start it off. So I'm going to get right into it now, with a little lighthearted video that I found. And just a disclaimer, there is one or two bleeped out words. So, don't hate or don't try to figure out what they were saying. I don't think they were saying anything crazy, but they have bleeped it out. So it's just to lighten the mood a little bit for those that are in the fundraising space. You will definitely relate to this, and you will understand why I thought it was a great way to start it off. This is an organization based out of US that produced this as one of their fundraising campaign videos. And when I watched it, I couldn't stop laughing because I deal with a lot of these questions, and sometimes you have, the donors that have certain requests like this, or institutions that you may be getting funding from.